What's up, everyone? Over the last couple of months, we've been trying something a little different. Instead of just sticking with one dash cam at a time, we tested two different setups. First, we ran the Torvo TD3, a solid dual-channel dash cam, and the Redtiger F17 Elite, which has a 3-channel setup. And honestly, it's been an interesting ride. And today, we're going to compare these two, break it all down, share exactly what we found, and see which one fits different drivers best. Let's begin. Let's start with what hits us right out of the box. First up, the Redtiger F17. Elite feels kind of premium. The matte finish has this clean, soft look to it, and the front lens sits inside a bold frame that we can adjust. And here, we've got the rear camera, which is quite compact. Elite comes with a 3-inch touchscreen that responds quickly and intuitively. Swiping through menus, adjusting settings, and switching between camera views felt much more modern and user-friendly. Now, the Torvo TD3, on the other hand, feels lighter than the Redtiger, which makes sense since it's a 2-channel setup, so it's naturally going to be a bit slimmer. But it definitely doesn't feel cheap in the hand either. But we can see it has a wider and slightly larger display. It's got this massive 3.2-inch display, which is actually great for playback. Though it's not a touchscreen, we're navigating with physical buttons on the side. And honestly, at this price point, we don't even expect a touchscreen. In fact, we prefer good buttons over a laggy, cheap touchscreen any day. Installing these two feels almost the same, but the channel count makes a small difference. The Redtiger is a 3-channel setup, and the rear camera connects with a Type-C port. Mounting the main unit was easy with the slide-off mount. Then we placed the rear camera on the windshield and routed the wires through the trim before powering it up. The Torvo TD3 isn't complicated either. Its rear port is a 3.5mm jack, and we mounted the front unit right behind the mirror, tucked the cable into the headliner, and ran the rear wire the same way. Okay, now this is the meat of the comparison. The biggest difference here isn't just the brand, it's the channels. The Torvo TD3 is a classic dual-channel system. For 90% of drivers, this is the sweet spot. One camera watching the road ahead, one keeping an eye on whatever's happening behind us. And honestly, for most drivers, this already feels like the perfect balance. We're covered if someone brake checks in front, or if someone taps us from behind at a stoplight. It's simple, clean, and does exactly what a lot of people need. But then we switch over to the Redtiger F17 Elite. Now we've got that third camera facing the interior. At first, we wondered if we'd even use it. But after months of driving with it, we realized why it matters. Now, why would you want a camera staring at your face? Two reasons, basically. One is for rideshare drivers. If you drive for Uber, Lyft, or Curb, this isn't even a debate. You need the F17 Elite. Get that record of what's happening inside the car for your own safety. And even for regular drivers like us, we started seeing the value. If there's ever a serious accident and someone claims we were distracted, that interior footage becomes proof that we were focused and driving responsibly. It adds this extra layer of assurance. It's also great for families. If we have a teen or another family member using the car, it gives a clearer picture of how the car's being driven. When it comes to video quality, both cams are showing off that 4K label on the box. And honestly, during the daytime, they both actually look great. The Torvo TD3 shoots in 4K at 30 frames up front and 1080p on the rear. And for a budget-friendly 2-channel setup, it actually impressed us. The dynamic range is solid. We watched it handle the transition from bright sunlight to shadows pretty well. We could read plates and catch street signs, and the footage just felt dependable. When we took the Redtiger F17 Elite out for a drive, the 3-channel setup also stood out. The front camera in 4K looked crisp, catching all the details on the road. The rear camera, at 2.5K, surprised us with way more clarity, so reversing or checking behind felt much safer. And the cabin cam at 1080p did a good job too. Plus, it gives us 360-degree coverage. Inside the car, the feedback was a bit grainy compared to the other two cameras, but it was expected. Overall, it felt like we were covered from every angle, and seeing it all play back later was pretty satisfying. At night, both cams did better than we expected, as the Redtiger uses the Sony Starvis 2 dual HDR on the front lens, which really shows its strength. Headlights, streetlights, and dark roads stay clean and controlled. But the Torvo isn't far behind. Its Starlight night vision surprised us more than once. It kept license plates readable under nothing but headlights, and the WDR toned down the glare well. When it comes to the app experience, the Redtiger F17 Elite and the Torvo TD3 feel pretty different. The Redtiger uses its own proprietary app, and honestly, it feels like a seamless part of the whole system. Connecting over Wi-Fi usually works on the first try for us, and from there, we can download clips, change settings. We especially liked its voice command feature, though we don't use it all the time. Wi-Fi 6 support makes the app feel snappy. One thing to note, when we recorded all cameras at once, the SD card filled up pretty fast, so some clips got overwritten sooner than we expected. The Torvo TD3, on the other hand, uses the VJR app. We can check files, adjust settings, or grab footage quickly. It doesn't have voice commands, though, but that's not a big deal for us. Honestly, most of us drivers barely use them anyway. Lots of people even turn them off. So, we just went along without worrying about it. Its 5 GHz Wi-Fi is fast, and live feeds or downloads happen almost instantly. And both have parking mode with 24-hour coverage, so our car stays monitored even when we're away. So, after months of driving with both, where do we stand? We'd call the Torvo TD3 the reliable one. For most of our daily drives, commuting, errands, or just regular city traffic, this 2-channel cam does everything we need. The screen is nice and big, the video quality is solid, and even without a touchscreen, navigating with the buttons feels straightforward. And considering the price, which is less than $100, it's an absolute bargain for what it offers. Now, the Redtiger F17 Elite. Well, we'd reach for it if we were driving for work, rideshare, deliveries, or wanted that extra layer of protection. The touchscreen is smooth, the app works well, and the interior camera gives extra peace of mind. At around $366.65 normally, or $219.99 on Black Friday, it's a bigger investment but offers features that justify the price. So, the Redtiger one secures the internal narrative. If you're the paranoid type, and on today's roads, who isn't? That interior cam is peace of mind. And for daily drives, like us, the Torvo is great for external liability. Alright, that's a wrap on today's comparison. Which one would you love to choose? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.